My name is Melissa, and I believe that world language teachers should have opportunities to study abroad. I teach elementary Spanish in Kentucky, and although I studied abroad in college, I felt that I needed a new adventure. After teaching for 7 years, there was a lot linguistically that I had forgotten because I hadn't been immersed in a Spanish speaking culture for a really long time. I also knew that because now I had teaching experience that I didn't have back when I was a college student. If I were to do another study abroad, I would be a lot smarter when it comes to knowing what types of teaching materials to look for and to bring back into my classroom. The Southern Conference on Language Teaching, or SCOLT, gave me an opportunity to study in Madrid at El Estudio Sampere for 3 weeks in July of 2014. Estudio Sampere is a school in Madrid for adults learning Spanish as a second language. Everyone there was very friendly and very nice and helpful. The course that I took was specifically for Spanish teachers. It was a really small class, and there were only 3 students. 2 of us were from the States, and one was from Brazil. Our professors were fabulous and very knowledgeable. They helped us with everything from grammar review to web resources for Spanish teachers to taking us to El Prado, the art museum. The professors, they were also very adaptable and practical, and they focused on what we wanted to learn. We even took a field trip one day to a bookstore to look for Spanish materials to bring back to our classrooms. Estudio Sampere also had cultural classes every week and excursions outside of class. We went to El Museo Reina Sofia, which houses artworks of Picasso, Dali, and other contemporary artists. A professor gave us a tour of the Barrio de las Letras, the neighborhood of Madrid that used to be home to Miguel Cervantes, Federico Garcia Lorca, and other famous Spanish writers. We also went to a fantastic flamenco show, and we even took a trip on a weekend to the city of Avila, which is famous for its well preserved medieval walls and also for being the home of Saint Teresa of Avila. El Estudio Sampere provided me with very nice living arrangements. I lived with a host senora who was really sweet. She was so friendly that on the day that I arrived, she walked me to the school itself so that I would know how to get there the following morning. She was also a wonderful cook, and she always made the freshest, most authentic Spanish cuisine. Her apartment was just 10 minutes from the school on foot, and I had my own bedroom with 2 balconies and a gorgeous view of the city. Living in Madrid was a wonderful experience because it's such a big, vibrant Spanish city. There's always something to do or to see. I did a lot of walking from place to place, but traveling by metro is really easy and very safe in Madrid. There was just so much to see inside the city itself that even being there for 3 weeks, I just didn't have enough time to see it all. It has everything you could possibly imagine a big city to have. It has plazas, markets, lots of historic sites and monuments. It has gorgeous sunny parks, exciting sports venues, lots and lots of places to shop, and you just never, ever, ever run out of things to do there in Madrid. Spain is also known for delicious cuisine. There's so much in Madrid, it's impossible to try it all, but it's definitely worth trying. Traveling throughout Spain is very easy by bus or train. Madrid is in the center of the country, so it's easy to get to anywhere from there. With the friends that I had made at the school, we went to Toledo, which is famous for El Greco and traditional artesania. We also went to Segovia, which is famous for the castle El Alcázar and also its ancient Roman aqueduct. We went to the city of Salamanca, which is famous for one of the oldest universities in Europe. We also went to the massive monastery El Escorial, which is outside of Madrid. And on my own, I went to the city of Leon, and I was also able to visit the little towns of Vieseca and Lumajo de la Siana, where I lived with a host family as an exchange student for a summer back when I was in high school. And it was a wonderful experience to get to see them after so many years and also to experience a little bit of life in the countryside. So by now, you've probably been wondering what is up with this little duck that keeps photobombing my pictures. His name is Pablo, and I took him with me all over Spain, everywhere that I went. I took pictures of him doing all sorts of things like eating typical Spanish food, going to the playground, shopping, checking out bakeries, riding bikes, mailing letters, looking for magazines, buying movie tickets, and shopping. He even watched a rock band perform inside of a metro station. He's our classroom exchange student in my classroom back in Kentucky. And since he's spending this year in Spain, I'm going to use these pictures to show my students and to teach them about famous Spanish monuments and cities and what typical life in Spain is like. Every week or so, he can send us a new picture from his trip and we can talk about it in class. As you can see, I had a trip of a lifetime this past summer. I'm very grateful for SCOLT and Estudio Sampere for giving me the opportunity to study in Spain, and I definitely encourage world language teachers everywhere to do the same.